What up, guys? How's everyone doing? Don't mind me. Hey, Foregathers, thanks you for the follow. Wow. Wow, welcome everyone. What a day we've got today. We're talking with Liquid. We're talking with Ryan, the usual suspects. Rye is still moving. It's the longest move of all time. I hope that he's doing okay. Hope that he's doing okay. Working on art. Nice, I like to hear that. That's what I like to hear. Just getting the background video set up. Let's go with some weeb shit. Some real anime vibes. Oh, before we get into it, I want to let you guys know we just went live with my collaboration with the Dirt God. The Dirt God himself. Yeah, what up, XP? Man bun day. Let's go. Always sketches me out logging into my MetaMask live. Right here. Check this out. Live right now. 0.1 ETH. Just came out, I think, like a couple minutes ago, so pretty sick. This was fun too. Thanks, Gossamer. Wanted to make it pretty. Let me pop it in the Discord before we get into the discussion. Don't sig packets need a warning by law. Depends where you're at. Sometimes they're on the side, sometimes they're other places, and some don't require them. I don't know how to tag Liquid. His name's different everywhere. Twitch.tv/orphans-attic. That's where you guys are. You know what's up. Tweeted about it. Let's see if we get some traction. See if we get some people in here, because Liquid's got a bunch of stuff to tell us. A bunch of stuff to tell us about Botanica. I was going to try and get Psych Street Fight on here, talk about the Dead Fellas, but that will instead be on Tuesday. So Tuesday will be Dead Fellas if you guys want to. What up, Steph? Thank you. What up, Zarism? How are you guys? Drop something. Good afternoon, Cartizan. Props to Sai. Yeah, I mean, it's really taken off. It's kind of crazy, honestly. Oh. Today I'm drinking Super Berry. Goji berry, oolong tea, blueberry, and raspberry. Shit's tight. I should get like an Akira, like a 10-hour Akira loop. I wonder if they have that. That would be cool. I mean, for today, I should just have Liquid. Akira loop, 10 hours. One hour Dragon Ball Z. 1 hour anime visual. I'll search through this later. No need to feel like opening a booch company. I know, XV. I'd take you up on it. I'm still looking. I'm still actively looking for a booch sponsor. We'll get there someday. Just not some today. All right, guys. Without further ado, let's get the guys on here. Let's do it. Let's just hop into it. Big round of applause for Ryan and Liquid Density.
I think they're different enough.
What up, guys?
What's up?
That's the wrong screen. And that's the right screen. What up?
Hey.
How are you guys?
What is up, guys?
The boys.
The boys.
How you guys doing?
Yeah.
The big boys.
Big boy.
Good.
Anything
Still
special?
looking into Snapchat. I just downloaded their AR thing today.
Okay.
We're gonna get that.
Really?
We're gonna get our faces covered by a boy soon enough.
Hell yeah.
Have you tried Spark AR for Instagram?
That's what I'm more familiar with. That's what I made the filter in originally, the Boiz filter, for Instagram. But I haven't dabbled in the Snapchat one. But apparently that works a little bit better, or Orphan knows how to do that on stream.
Hey, that's fire.
Yeah, if you download Snap Camera, it just integrates on stream. But I don't know how to make the filter. So yeah, once you get that, Ryan, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Keep dropping shit.
Yeah. Hey guys. No, I'm just reading the comments now real quick.
I don't know how reliable it is, but it'd be nice if we could get some anons on here. I've been running into that lately where I'm trying to get people who are not revealed, but they would come on if they could stay anonymous.
Like Watcher?
I mean, Watcher just kind of stopped being anonymous to a certain degree.
I mean, I agree. He gave up on the voice changer.
Yeah. It wasn't a very heavy voice changer either, so I think that's fine.
Ido. Yeah, I got Ido on here.
Yeah, I remember when Domino did an interview with Ido through DMs.
Yeah.
Like he streamed the DMs, dude. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I watched that. That was pretty funny.
You still get good answers, right? Because it's still from the person, but it's just hard to watch. It's not entertaining.
Yeah.
I think a voice changer, at least you could hear like inflection, but then you have to think about dialects and accents, and it's just tough. I wish there was a better way to solve it all, but there just isn't.
Yeah.
For real.
We need one of the VTuber setups so we can have them just be a completely 3D person.
That'd be cool. Yeah, but then it doesn't help the accent though. Like there's things we can do, but if you speak from a certain region of the world, it's just there's nothing you can really do to cover that up except for translator.
Yeah, I'm sure there's got to be some AI software out there that changes your accent. You know? Oh,
dude, that might be interesting. Like a text to speech. I know that they're much better at text to speech these days. So I wonder if we could get a software where they would speak and it would read it in a robot voice that wasn't shitty. That's probably around there.
Like the TikTok overlay voice.
Yeah, because there's that's how Google Translate you get around in foreign countries. You just speak into your phone and then it spits out the translated language.
They used to not be accurate, but now you can get some that are fairly accurate, right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna look into that then. Here, let me write that actually in my notes, because that would be sick. Because I'm running into that problem a lot, and I've got a new show idea that I want to get some people on, but they're anonymous.
You gotta get Ape 4156.
Yeah,
I think this is his name. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Is he anonymous? I think I saw him on like the Punks auction.
But like, has he shown his face actively? I think he's like pseudo anonymous. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't show it unless he has to, like in person.
Yeah.
I would love to talk to Shlomes, dude.
Yeah.
Like I would give anything to talk to that dude, for real.
Well, he was meeting up with people in like.
Yeah, but with a mask,
dude,
like in New York. I saw that, but he had like a mask on.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Pussy. Still, he has a puzzle that's still not solved. Do you guys remember that? He put out a
puzzle.
He put out a puzzle on Twitter and offered a bounty for it, and nobody's solved it yet.
Huh. Well,
I think I do remember
that right now.
I don't remember it was solved.
Yeah, Twitter's not been showing me anything lately, so yeah, it's a problem.
Right. You need to make a list of people who you want to see, and then just check that list.
I'll be honest, like I know that that's what I gotta do. I just haven't gotten around because there's so many people that I literally have to go through my entire follow list to like add everyone. You know what I mean? Like it's just annoying that you have to do that unless like why can't it be like it was before? You know?
I don't know. It seems to me like they're setting up some sort of ad structure. That's what it feels like.
Twitter ads have always sucked though. Like
I think they're it seems like they're trying to do something else. They're trying to probably make that not suck.
Got it.
But I mean, I remember this feeling when Facebook released ads for like my engagement just dropped off a cliff, and then a month later it was like, hey, you can pay for ads, and I'm like, oh, okay, I see.
Dude, ads are so cringe though. Like if any project, like any NFT project ever employed like sponsored ads, nobody would buy it because it's so cringe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just not organic and true. I don't know.
Well, it turns into exactly what Facebook turned into, which is a bunch of fucking boomers trying to sell their candle company, and like, it's terrible.
Oh, that's so bad. Goss says you can update your Twitter so it shows chronologically. Yeah, I did that, but it's still sucky. Like it's still not good.
You can
like, it's better than it was.
Allegedly do that.
Yeah, it's better than it was, sure, but it's not.
You can make a list of people, like a list on Twitter, and only include certain people in it.
Yeah.
And then you'll only see the tweets from them.
Yeah.
When you look at that list specifically.
Yeah, that's what I've done. And it helps a little bit, but it's I still don't remember to go look at the list sometimes because
it's a completely different tab.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know, it's one more click. And my fucking Twitter brain needs dopamine. I'm not gonna click one more time.
Yeah, we're gonna start scrolling.
Yeah.
I want to be able to listen to real music on these streams. Instead, we just have lo-fi beats by Harris Heller.
You have lo-fi beats. We have nothing. So.
Yeah. Well, and the audience. They're the ones who really matter.
True. True.
Kidding. They don't matter. But thank you guys for being here. It's just that you don't. I appreciate you guys being here, but you don't matter that much. That's kind of how it goes.
True orphan fashion.
It's just I'm just being.
Everything is a scam.
Just being me, dude. just being me. Liquid.
Yeah.
You have been dropping more Botanicas.
Yes, I have.
Botanicos. What's the plural? Botanicae?
Botanics.
Is that it? Botanics?
Botanics. I like Botanica.
Yeah.
Botanicos.
Botanica is pretty good.
Yeah.
You've been dropping more, and you're starting to spread out a little bit. I've really been liking the latest ones. Let me pull it up for stream to see.
I really appreciate that.
The newest one doesn't look like. It looks like your original stuff, your Power Rangers series.
My Power Rangers. Wait, which one are you talking about? Pull it up on stream so I can see.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
Liquid, I absolutely love your new artifact. Oh, thank you, Goss.
The artifact.
There it is. Well, yeah, that's the artifact.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I am trying a different style with the artifacts on these last ones, and they are pretty much inspired by my early work.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to play around a bit, but this one's special. You know, I played around different ideas for a bit, and this one's the one that stuck, and I really like it. The whole point with the artifacts was to be a really, you know, I have Botanica with the species, and they're all flowers and stuff like that. Artifacts can be pretty much whatever they want to be. Mm-hmm. So the lore behind artifacts in Botanica is that they're made by the Tesseract. And I don't know if you remember the Tesseract, it was like the cube that spun around. So they're made by the Tesseract, which is a sacred object within Botanica. Each sacred object has a function, and that sacred object's function is to make artifacts. And they're basically just the essence of Botanica, and like all the creative energy and like mechanic shapes that are part of Botanica just like manifested at once in random forms, right? So that's the whole point with what these artifacts were, and they were supposed to be like a really casual way to like put out art on Hen have it be tied to the botanical lore, but still be experimental enough where I could just do whatever I want that isn't necessarily flower inspired, right?
Yeah.
And it just gives me something else to like make, right? But I really like these last ones that have come out. This one comes out today at 6.
Today at 6? Okay, cool.
Yeah, today at 6.
7 Tez.
Yeah,
what's Tez at right now? Like $3?
Here's the thing with Tez too. Like when I put out Botanica 4, when I had to postpone it was the day that Hen got hacked. And when Hen got hacked, when it got fixed, for some reason, it's less popping off than it used to. You get what I mean? Like, I guess people are more careful with what they are collecting on Hen, or maybe people aren't doing it as much because Ethe is popping off right now with all these profile projects. Like, whatever it may be, Hen is not where it was right now.
Right.
That's still okay. Like, I'm still gonna put out stuff on Hen because I love Hen, right?
Yeah.
But it is a reality that, you know, I had to. The plan was to slowly start increasing the editions so more people could get their hands on them and stuff. But now I've had to tie it back to 30, just because that's what the demand says is, you know, is currently in the market. So yeah. What are your thoughts on Hen right now?
Dude, I'm glad we went into this because I was going to ask you exactly this question. I think that that's exactly what happened. I think that they got the hack happened, and I think it just killed the momentum. I don't think it's not a solid enough chain, and it's not a solid enough platform to last a long time. And I think people, whether consciously or subconsciously, realized when it got hacked, oh, it's not as worth putting time into as a main thing, because people were starting to make Tez their main platform.
Yeah, Luke was one of them. Luke Presse.
Yeah.
Like, I talked to him a ton, and that was like his main thing, right? And now he's like on Rarible doing the monsters, and he's doing great.
Yeah.
The thing with Hen, I actually contemplated like, yo, can I migrate artifacts over to Ethe somehow, right? Like, I contemplated that whole thing, but I love the idea of Hen of being a platform where people could just get art really cheap and not have to pay insane gas fees to get it, right?
Yeah.
Because again, they don't have utility, they're just art, right? Like, in the whole scheme of Botanica, they don't really do anything except look pretty, right? They're just art that if you like it, you can get it, right?
Yeah.
And I do realize there's other projects on Ethe that are the same way, but I thought maybe it's too much of a hassle to like track everybody down who bought one and airdrop them one on Ethe, and then the gas fees for that are gonna be insane, you know. So I contemplated it, but I don't think it's scalable enough.
For sure.
But I do agree with what you said. I do think that Ethe is the long-term like blockchain for all NFT stuff. Hen had its time and might have its time again, but I'm still gonna do it from time to time. I think it's fun, you know, and yeah, I don't know. I'm still deciding what to do with the whole thing.
Yeah, I agree. There's always going to be a need for, whether it's Hen or whether it's something else that comes along, there's going to be a need for cheaper, just for the art platforms. Because Ethe is, I mean, like we saw, the whole reason people switched to Hen is because Ethe was slow. Like, no one was doing anything there. And so we're like, why would we spend a lot to be on a platform where nobody's buying our stuff? Like, we might as well spend nothing and then have people have fellow artists buy our stuff for cheap. So I think you're right. There's going to be a need for it, but right now it really does seem like the momentum's back into Ethe, and it feels like things are kind of picking up again. I'm starting to feel that vibe on Twitter. I don't know if you guys are feeling it.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. What do you think about Hen, Ryan?
Yeah. I mean, I totally agree. I think the hack really shot a lot of the momentum down. You know, I actually still haven't relisted a lot of my stuff on Hen. You know, I mean, I got like 14 pieces up there, and it's just like, I don't want to spend the time because I feel like there's so much less traffic going there right now. I do think that for experimental stuff and, you know, more fun things like coded art and a lot of those interactive things, I think it is still really great for that. You know, Foundation has their new, you know, 3D thing. and Super Rare too. But
I didn't see either of those.
And really wasn't. What?
I haven't seen either of those. What are they doing?
Oh yes, so on Foundation and Super Rare, you can upload
Like
GLTF.
same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, where you can just kind of spin around. So
Okay.
like pretty much all the stuff like that I've entered in the Thunderdome, it's like the animations or whatever 3D objects you can spin around. You can do that on Foundation and Super Rare.
Oh, cool.
But Hen was first, so it has like a little bit of that like historical lead.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think it's still a fun platform, and it's super cheap, and I'll definitely keep doing it. But it's not a focus anymore, just because of that.
Yeah, there's Sigmund in the chat put a really good point, which was that if OpenSea or Rari ever introduce Tezos, Hen will die, and I have to kind of agree.
Oh yeah,
'Cause it's one less site. Yeah, it's one less site that people have to deal with. But then if that's the case, you would imagine that the artifacts would also show up on OpenSea, maybe, or not.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So like if I like tied my wallet to it, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that wouldn't be a problem if that did happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
that
still
would be
on
cool.
the fence.
Yeah. This is why I'm very, very bullish on Genie. We had Scott on the other day talking about Genie, and the stuff that he was talking about. I don't know if you had a chance to catch up on any of that, Liquid, but
I did not, but you told me some of it. And it was nuts.
So for you and anyone who hasn't heard that talk, Scott was on Boiz chat the other week, and he's working on a platform called Genie, which basically aggregates every NFT platform into one. And not only does it do that, but it well, not every NFT platform, right? But like most that people are on right now. And not only does it do that, but it allows you to batch transactions. So if you wanted to buy 5 NFTs, instead of paying gas for all 5, you would do it just in one contract. So it save you gas, time, and then also having to go through all those different transactions in different places.
Bro, imagine that, and then gas going to like cents because ETH 2.0 came out.
Yep.
Oh my god.
It will completely change the dynamics of how the market functions right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't know if it's a good way or a bad way, but it really doesn't matter because it's coming and it's a better tool, so people are going to use it.
So here's the thing. Because obviously know more about Genie than I do. 2 things. 1, can you buy things that are listed on Foundation through Genie?
Yes.
Without like auction stuff, right?
Yeah.
You can't like buy it outright, obviously.
If it has a buy it now, you can, like on the secondary.
Wait. Oh, you can buy it now secondary? I thought it was always auction.
Oh, is it? I haven't used the Foundation secondary.
Okay, you put offers. I haven't used a Foundation secondary either, but I think you can put offers and people can accept the offer, like kind of like Super Rare.
Yeah. I don't know that one then, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's a good thing to get answered by Scott.
Yeah.
Because
you could.
I can see it. Yeah, I can see it working with all the other platforms.
I think you can put a bid in with your batch, but I mean, if you're looking to get into an auction, I don't know. You probably wouldn't want to batch that anyways. Yeah, but they are working on stuff that you can set limits. You can set buy limits and sell limits. So I think you can tell it to bid until a certain price point, and then it'll stop.
It's like an automatic bidding thing?
Well, they're working on it. I don't think it's out yet, but I think that's something what he's talking about.
That's gonna become nuts.
Yeah.
For the streams, for the snipers.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
The second question was, if I can remember it. Never mind, I can't remember it.
Remember it, dude.
Oh yeah. Can you sell and deploy contracts on Genie? Like, is it another storefront that just takes everything, or is it more of a management platform for the other, like OpenSea, Rarible, stuff like that?
There is nothing officially stated on that, but if I had to guess, I would say that's coming in the future.
Copy that.
Yeah. He was. I think for the public launch, it's only going to be buying stuff.
Yep, just buying. But I would strongly guess that that's something they're thinking about.
Yeah, they're really going to change a lot of things, I believe, and they're going to do so many things. It's going to be, I think it really will be the one-stop shop for all things NFT related in the future.
The idea of aggregating all this stuff, because even this morning, it's like I've been wheeling and dealing parallel cards and the dead fellas and stuff, and it's like, okay, so I have to, if I want to list it on Rarible and OpenSea, I need to go and do 2 separate things, one on each platform, and like it's just like a mess. But if
I missed both of those trains, by the way, I'm pretty upset. I mean, I got a dead fella from Rembrandt who sold it to me at cost, which was amazing. But I got one. What
was cost on those?
I think 0.025. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 0.025.
Really? Well, yeah, he let me have one at cost because I missed out. But yeah, I did miss the train on Parallel, and I'm super upset because I did hear about it before like it became big.
Yeah.
But I didn't dig deep enough, and I'm very upset.
Dude, I checked my cumulative Parallel wallet value. My initial investment was 0.22 for 4 packs, and I have 43 ETH of value if I sold everything right now. Yeah, it's fucking insane. It's insane. I got lucky though, right? You know, granted, I got lucky pulling.
I heard about the card the other day, the one you sold for like a ton.
Yeah, I pulled the Catalyst drive, but then I sold the Catalyst drive, which was a big oof because now that's going for 40 by itself. But then I bought. Actually, on stream, we were talking with a guy who came in, and he's like, dude, you shouldn't have sold that. He's like, buy into a prime key right now. Like, it's lower risk and you can get into it. So I bought one for 5, and it's up at like 12 right now. So like Parallel's insane, dude. I don't get it. It's crazy.
I wish I had the balls to ape in like that. I'll be honest, like I think this is the first time I'm ever gonna say. I haven't even said this on Twitter. NFTs have been my full-time job for like the past 4 months.
Oh yeah?
Like like this is what I do now full-time for work. I didn't put it on Twitter or anything because I don't want to make a deal out of it. Yeah. But my job stopped giving me hours like a while back.
Oh shit, dude.
And if NFTs wouldn't have been a thing, I would have been screwed, right?
Yeah.
But then since NFTs are a thing, I've just been like super hard at work to try to make it the best it can be. But then that makes me a lot more cautious of what I spend money on. Like, yeah, if I love something, I'll buy it.
Right.
But if it's like aping into stuff with 2 ETH, I'm like, that's like 6 months rent. You get what I mean? Like,
right.
Yeah.
I know. It's kind of for me, I've been struggling with that too, because it's like you look at the dollar amount of what I'm spending on things, and it's like, holy shit, that's irresponsible. Like I'm trying to get a house, like, you know, I'm married and like looking for kids in the future, and so it's like you shouldn't be spending $50,000 or in ETH on random shit. But then but the way
then you make 12.
Well, exactly. That's the way you have to look at it, is like I'm having a hard time with it, but I'm trying to really look at it as reinvestment.
Yeah.
Because it does come back. But there's a point where it won't come back, and it will be stupid. And so that's the whole thing.
I just know I've gotten burned a few times, and it's been like the worst feeling in the world.
Yep.
To know I got burned, so like that's why I'm like super careful. But then if I would have heard about Deadfellas before it came out, I would have aped in, like bought like 40 of them. You know what I mean? Because I love the art. Like and it's from a guy I know. It's from Psych Street.
Yeah.
Like. I don't know, dude. Like, yeah, stuff like that.
I am so happy for Psych. He's coming on Tuesday, by the way, so that'll be fun. Anyone watching, Tuesday he'll be on to explain what happened. But, dude, he's been struggling and grinding to find his niche. He's hit me up multiple times saying like, man, what do you think of this project? What do you think of this? And
I have to agree.
I'm so happy that he found something that's working for him, because he really has put in the work for sure.
I remember I have DMs of him going back like 5 months.
Yeah.
Of like, do you remember that old project that he was gonna do with the cards and like the illustrations that they were like red and stuff? Like he had such a deep plan, and like everything was laid out, and it was really, really interesting. But the market was just not cooperating at the time, right? And he really wanted to find something, and I'm really glad that he found this, because this is just amazing, dude, the way it popped off.
100%.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I also missed out on Cool Cats, which I'm pretty pissed about, but we're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, same here. Here's one that Syke sent me a while back. So this is for anyone watching. This is kind of an example of what he was doing.
Exactly, dude. Like literally.
Yeah,
and there was another one that was like magic based.
Yep, he's got cool stuff. But he hit the niche on this one.
Mm-hmm. There's just something about cute profile pictures that are like, you know, weird to some degree, like dead fellas or like even the cats or the penguins.
Yeah.
Like they're unconventional, but they just work, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's popping off right now. Like low entry mint, either 1,000 or 10,000. People buy in really low, like make huge profit. That's what's popping off right now in NFTs, in my opinion.
Yeah. 100%. I've been talking about this on stream a lot and thinking about it for myself. Is what really seems to be the best of both worlds, like what Jay and Ghosts are doing, where it's okay. So you trade community involvement for a low price to get into your project.
Yeah.
But that opens up the secondary market for your ride or die fans to make money selling them to people at a little bit of a premium to get in, the ones that do have the money that don't have the time to commit to the community. So it's like the best of both worlds, and then you make money off of secondary and you make your little cut off of the beginning, and it's just like, it's perfect. I think so.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that model take over.
Over time, Ghost, you can see it with Ghost. Like anything he touches goes for like above 2 ETH. Like there's no way it sells for less, and it sells immediately.
Right.
And it's because it's so hard to even get it that it just becomes that more sought after. And over time, he can raise the price like a little bit, and maybe that little bit isn't a lot, but it's still enough for it to stack up. You saw what happened with the Zodiacs. He used to sell Ghost for $1, and then he sold 12 Zodiacs, 30 each for 0.5. They sold in 3 seconds and he made $500,000.
Yeah.
What the heck? You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, it's the building up, and it's the building a community that people have stake in. A lot of people put out stuff that people think is cool, but they don't have that's the reason why Hen took off, is people don't have the money to ape into everything they want to. But a lot of those people do have the time to be able to enter a giveaway, and then once they get their foot in the door, then they're all about it, you know. Then you're building an army behind your project. So
it's funny that we're talking about this now because of what we talked about earlier.
Yeah. What did we talk about earlier, Liquid? What do you have planned for Botanica?
Okay, all right. I wasn't planning on saying any of this for weeks, but then Orphan told me to come on, and now I'm going to talk about it. So you guys on stream will be the first ones. Yeah, you guys on stream will be the first ones to know. So first off, the next species that are coming out are going to be collaborations, and I just wanted to put that out there just so you guys are aware. And so far, we have some really cool people being part of the collaborations. We have a few that haven't completely like confirmed yet, but
you haven't even asked me, dude.
Well, you're one of them, but I have a little different thing planned for you. So yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
But yeah,
I use this stream as a platform to like guilt people into giving me collabs. And it works out pretty good.
I didn't ask her. Goss, you are on my list for artifacts, but also for species down the line. There was 5 people that I had in mind since like I began the project.
Yeah.
That I really wanted to get on. So those are the ones that are going first. But yeah, but you're definitely getting one at some point.
Spam Pogs in chat if you want to collab with Liquid. Let's see how many people we can get in to collab with Liquid right now.
Dude, I've done like 2 collabs in my life. Like,
really?
It's like I think it was Slimy, Rice, and I think that's it so far.
Really? The Rice one was awesome.
Yeah, I like the Rice one. It was nice. It was fun to work on. That's definitely.
The new Rice project is sick too.
Because I think I'm the only person who like remade a whole Rice. Because the way I make my stuff,
yeah,
I can't get like how do I say it? like I can't get an OBJ and then like edit it. I have to remake it because I make my shit in CAD. So I had to remake the whole rice down to like the technical drawings and like try to make it as perfect. Even with Slimy, like people don't know this, like the Slimy that we put out, I made in CAD. It was like a recreation of Slimy's model.
That's funny.
Yeah, it wasn't the same one, but yeah. That's why like collabing with me is kind of weird because I have a very different workflow than everybody else, but yeah. So the whole thing that's gonna happen with Botanica going forward. After 1 through 20, and 20 is the end of the collaborations, you won't be able to buy a Botanica species in the primary market unless you have a seed. The spirit seeds that I put out way back when, a few months ago. The way it's gonna work is it's gonna be through a raffle system. And the raffle system is gonna work where if somebody enters the raffle and they win, they get to buy the species at a really, really low price. I haven't decided what those numbers are gonna be yet. All of this is subject to change because again, this was like weeks out, but for a really, really low price. And then if your tessellation seed matches the species that's being auctioned, so let's say they're both part of the same tessellation class, you get it for cheaper. And if you burn your seed, you get it for free. But then you can't get into any of the other auctions perpetually until you buy another seed or get a species from the 1 through 20. Because the species from 1 to 20 also have 2 default entries for each different drawing that's going to happen. This is all going to be a lot more streamlined and be a lot more easier to understand. But basically what it comes down to it is you get an entry for every seed that you have. That seed and its tessellation class are tied. If you win, you get to buy for a low price. If for whatever reason the tessellation class of your seed matches the one of the flower, you get it for cheaper. And if you burn it, you get it for free. That's to limit supply. Like if somebody wants to burn it to get it for free, now there's less information, makes the other ones more valuable, etc.
Will there be more seeds released?
So I can't answer that.
Okay.
There won't be more seeds released from the tessellations that are out.
Okay.
If that answers.
Yeah. So what's out right now is what's out. There's not going to be like a
there's not going to be
anything.
more strato seeds. There's not going to be more ultra seeds.
Sick. I've got one of each, so I'm fucking pumped about this news.
So in your scenario, if you were to enter every single raffle, you actually have the opportunity to get them all for the price. Yeah. Because you own all the seeds, and if you win, one of them is bound to be the same as the other one. So...
And I'll burn them all except for the Stratos. I'm gonna buy them all for 0.1 and then I'm gonna burn them.
So yeah, so that's the thing. So now if anybody wants to participate in the drawings to be able to get it for that low price, they need to have a seed. So they either need to get one in secondary, or they need to get one in secondary. That's pretty much what needs to happen. So if anybody had more than one, they can either enter all those entries. So like let's say Weish had like 5 ultra seeds, right? Mm-hmm. He can enter 5 ultra entries for a species, and if he wins, he wins. Or he could sell those to other people who want to be part of the drawings as well. Or if somebody really wanted one, they could just grab one off secondary. Gotcha. But the only species that are going to have a default, the only species that are going to have a default entry are going to be the 1 through 20, and they're each going to have 2 entries per species. So if you own a species that was part of the 1 through 20, you automatically, no matter if you have a seed or not, you automatically get 2 entries for each drawing.
Nice. So I'll get 1 entry for each, except for I'll get 3 entries for Stratos because I also have a tessellation.
That's correct, because you own the very first flower. So
yeah. Do I get extra for owning the very first flower?
No, you don't get extra.
What?
But yeah, you don't get extra.
It was the first one, dude.
You have 5, 6, 7. You have 7 entries. Yeah. If you were to enter on each raffle. So that's the other thing.
I need more entries.
That's the other thing. There's going to be a section in our Discord that isn't active yet, but Discord is all going to take place. You're going to have to enter each raffle manually each time. So if you want to be part of it, You have to go to Discord and like declare yourself that, hey, I want to be a part of this. We're currently laying down a system of how to keep track who owns what seed, because we have a system right now. It's not really that efficient, like tracking secondary sales and stuff like that, because we need to verify ownership of the seed in Discord and give you a special role to be able to verify that you own a seed and you're part of that raffle. So yeah, we're still working out the kinks. Again, this is weeks out because we still have to figure out how this is all going to work efficiently. But just know that the next flowers that come out after collaborations, you're not going to be able to buy them. So, and you're going to be able to buy them for cheap if you have a seed. That's basically what's happening.
Fuck, man, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm clearly pumped about
let it grow
this.
on its own. That's the whole plan.
Yeah. What's the floor on seeds right now? It's like 0.2, somewhere around there.
I have to check. I haven't checked in a bit.
Wow, and there's not as many as I thought. So there's 22 Nova, 30 Ultra. Oh, how does that work with the DAO? Does the DAO get an entry as a DAO?
So here's the thing. And to my knowledge, the DAO doesn't own it. Members of the DAO seeds. So that's to my knowledge. I know Ultra DAO started as, like, remember when apostles used to be people who were in a DAO and not people who owned artifacts? Like when that was the whole thing. Like, and then I had to change it because there's literally only one DAO and it like, grew out of its purpose.
Yeah.
Ultra DAO started as a way for everybody in Ultra to pull funds for species. It quickly evolved way past that. Now they're something completely else.
Yeah.
But if the DAO were to participate, what would need to happen is that the members would need to enter the raffle, and then if they won a species, forfeit it to Ultra DAO.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So basically, if I were part of Ultra DAO, I want a species, so I would give it to Ultra DAO, and maybe they would give me something in return, either shares or whatnot, or I just donate it to the vault, and then Ultra DAO can do whatever they want with it.
Yeah.
I don't know how the scenario looks like if Ultra DAO were to then... Ultra DAO would basically just act as a person in this scenario, I think.
Yeah.
But every decision that they made, whether to sell or whatnot, would be made by the people of the DAO. So I think I'm overthinking it in that regard, but that's something I'm gonna have to talk with Chris about to see if they're even interested in participating in that. But yeah,
nice.
I don't think it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like too big a problem. It seems like a little something you got to work out, but
yeah.
Designed by Jake. Thank you for the 300 bits, my dude. And what up, Flamingo? Just real quick, doing some stream maintenance. We're talking with Liquid about Botanica, Liquid Density. His Twitter handle's on screen, so go and give him a follow. I just dropped the link to your Discord too, so if you guys want to hop in there, if you're not already, then do that, because from the sounds of it, it sounds like you got some good stuff cooking up, Liquid.
Sir,
yeah.
I mean, we're trying to make it the best we can be. We also have ideas to get some more community engagement, kind of have some community highlights for each of the tessellations, like feature artists weekly and stuff like that. We're still working on all that, but yeah, it should be coming in the next couple weeks, month. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Nice.
Yeah.
When's your next drop?
So next drop, I'm currently working on the collab drop. So I don't have a set date for that yet, just because I have to confirm with all the collaborators. But once all those collaborators are locked in, it's basically going to be a week after that. They'll each have a week to work on their pieces and then release them to the world. But yeah, we want it to be good. We don't want to rush through it. So
right.
So yeah.
So it's going to be tomorrow, right?
Yeah, no, definitely in 2 days.
How are you, man? Are you so you're graduated? You're a free man.
Who, me?
Aren't you?
Nah, dude. Well, okay. I was supposed to be, but when I came to college, I swapped majors, right? Okay. So that whole thing messed up my schedule, and then COVID happened, and I couldn't take some classes that I needed to. They needed to be in person and not online, and the whole thing. So now I graduate in May of next year. So I still have a year left, basically.
So when you said you finished school, it was just for the year. I took that as graduating when you were talking about that.
Oh no, I would love, dude. If I was graduated right now, I'd be going insane. Like, literally, like, not insane in a good way. Like, I'd just be like pumping stuff out. But yeah, I'm not done yet. Not out of the blue yet. But I do plan on doing this like for a bit. Like I plan on this being like a full-time thing. So
Yeah.
you know, that's what I'm working towards. So yeah, I'm graduating and stuff, but the plan is always just to keep this growing.
It's the dream.
Keep it going.
If NFTs were a thing when I was in college, I would have been so pumped and probably not had any school debt.
Dude, like literally, like I bought an ape like for $300, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna pay my student.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I'm like floored.
Yeah. Because what's the ape floor right now? Like it's a lot, isn't it?
I think mine got an offer for like 15. I don't know what the floor is, but it should be
15 is
around
good.
12.
Okay.
But 15 is great, but it's not 43 parallel NFT ETH.
I guess. I don't know, man. This whole space is just fucking insane. But the biggest thing, and the reason why I brought that up about college, is that it's just fun. Like I
agree.
I don't want to go do landscaping. You know, like I don't know. I don't know if you guys can feel the energy off me, but I do not work well under people. I do my own thing, and I don't take instructions very well. There's a few people who I can vibe with, and if I feel like I'm a partner with them, then we can work well together. But as far as a boss telling me to do something that I don't want to do, I am not a good employee.
I have to agree, just because I very much want to do my own thing. I've never realized like what that would be, whether it be freelance or I did freelance for how I was like doing my gigs and stuff. But NFTs have really like opened up a whole other realm of like a career choice that I didn't even think was possible, because it almost feel like we're playing, dude. Like video games are part of our career to some degree when we do like the different competitions that we do. Like we're always like memeing on Twitter, which is like something I would have gotten scolded on like in high school if I would have been doing that all the time. You get what I mean? Yep. And it's part of our job description now. So it's like a really
the
weird
shittier you are, the faster you grow, it seems.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, it's like and then my major UX, right? So I kind of overlap with the whole crypto space in general, because like they got Rainbow, they got all these different platforms that are like popping off, and they need UX people. So if I did want to use my career that I studied for, I could use it in the space easily, you know?
Yeah.
But if I just wanted to stay on as an artist, I could do that and still make a living, you know, doing what I love to do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's really wild. It really is wild.
Yeah, 100%. There's so much opportunity because it's an entirely new sector. It mirrors an older sector, but it's probably how people felt when cars came out. It's like, okay, well, you still have horse and buggy, you still have carriages, you still have these things, but the people who were making cars at the beginning and starting to spin up factories. I don't know what the analog is in this example, but the technology jump is similar to travel, where it's like, okay, something new is there. It doesn't replace the old thing entirely, but it just makes it way easier and way better. And so if you're investing in that, it's going to be the future.
Somebody told me an analogy the other day that I thought was really accurate, and said we are right now in the metaverse what AOL was to the internet back in like the 2000s.
Yeah.
Like when you had to have dial up and like go there like through the telephone line and the whole thing. Like yeah, like that is the equivalent of where we are right now in Web3 and the whole crypto space. And I think that's really, really accurate.
Yeah.
We cannot even begin to imagine like a scenario where you can, you know, connect your wallet to Twitter and have your NFTs show up and like your profile is verified as you owning it, and then Fortnite, everything is an NFT that you can then carry to another game. You know, we're not even there yet in like the next 3 years. Imagine what will happen in 10. You get what I mean? We're so early, like so early.
I think we're early enough that it almost becomes a bit of a danger, because I was thinking about that the other day as well. What is this going to look like when it does reach mainstream adoption? When it reaches mainstream adoption, it will be, no one will even think, just things will be NFTs and no one will even really care that much. It'll be like if you code a website with, or a program with like Python. It's like, you need Python, but like no one cares or knows about it unless you're like in the industry. So I think that people who are making stuff right now I think some people are relying too heavily on the fact that this is an NFT. Like, what's the selling point? It's an NFT. It's like pretty soon when it starts getting adopted, you're gonna need to figure out take out NFTs, what does your project bring from just straight up value? Because it'll just be a given that you're using the best tool rather than that being the feature.
Yeah, I agree. I think to a degree, when I started off NFTs, and it was kind of hard to explain to people why it mattered and why digital assets hold value, I think the best thing that I could think about of how to describe it was Pokemon Go, because everybody knew what Pokemon Go was, and everybody knew like the value it held, right? Back in 2016, that was like the talk of the town everywhere. So in Pokemon Go, you have these Pokemon that people either spend money to get eggs to make them, or go out of their way to walk around town to find them, right? And they use their currency as time, basically, unless they're actually buying stuff in game, to get these Pokemon, and then they show up on your phone, and you just have them. And like, why do people put so much importance and value to that digital asset? It's because you can prove that you own it. It's your account. You can show it to somebody. They know it's not a screenshot. They're like, oh shit, you have a Charizard? Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's the social value of having this thing on your account that gives it value. And it's the same thing with NFTs. Like, literally the same thing with NFTs. Only that you can't sell your Pokemon. You can trade them, I think. They have like a trade that you can do, but you can't sell or make money off of it. And that's where things like Axie come in, where you can actually make money playing a game.
Right.
That isn't like stream revenue or sponsorships. You get what I mean? It's like super crazy. Or Parallel, right?
Yeah. Dude, I'm going to play the shit out of Parallel. I love card games, and just the idea of making money by playing like Magic. It's like, oh, that sounds awesome. I'm going to do that.
Fun fact, Botanica started off as a card game.
Really?
Well, ish. That's why the seeds look the way they look. They were all going to be cards. They weren't going to be like just the image, but then I had a moment of clarity for a moment. And I knew that at the time that wasn't what was going to pop off.
Sure.
So I like changed the whole structure of the project. But the very, very, very first iteration, what my project was going to be, it was going to be a card game.
Yeah. I'm glad that you went the way you did, but I also like the seeds. So I think it would have been cool either way, but I think what you've got now is awesome looking.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine. So what if, how much of a, because people don't understand economics, even at the most basic level, right? So that's part of the problem I have when I'm discussing NFTs with people is like, well, there's less of them. Like, you can prove they're scarce, so the value goes up. And they're like, but it's a dumb picture. And you're like, no, it doesn't matter. It's like, it's scarce. Like, people want things that are scarce. And they're like, yeah, but it's like a bunch of pixels. I'm like, I can't explain this to you. I don't know. So my mind went to like, okay, so what if Fortnite items had a cap? Because I don't think they do right now, right? They're just kind of, they're capped by rarity. But what does that mean? Well, it means whatever John Fortnite wants to put the cap at, you know, he can print however many Fortnite items he wants.
Yeah, like if somebody had unlimited money, they could it as many times as they wanted, is what you're saying. Yeah. Like, they're capped by the randomness of which it drops, but it's not capped at a quantity.
Yeah, it's a percent cap rather than a quantity cap.
Yeah.
And so just even the idea of adding something like that into the game and seeing what it would do to a marketplace is like, oh, that's crazy. And of course there's going to be value there. I think that what Parallel is doing with giving royalties to certain card holders for how well their market's doing is a really, really intriguing idea.
So you earn money by holding a card if another one's sold for a lot of money? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, let me run you through the coolest things about Parallel real quick.
That's actually insane. I need you to give me like a crash course real quick.
Let's do it.
About what this project is, because dog, I am missing out.
Let's do it. So it's a mix between, it's somewhere in between Hearthstone and Magic from what I gather. And so in complexity. So here are the cards. The first pack release was a couple weeks ago, and so that's what everyone's pogging off about. Next one's at the end of October. So these...
For the same price, or are they raising the base price?
No clue, man. No clue.
Because I want some.
I would imagine they'll be pretty affordable. I to get the packs at least.
But they'll sell out immediately.
Yes.
Because people now know.
Yeah. So this is called a masterpiece, and so this is a piece. It's a full art card, and the reason it's going for like 42 ETH is because this card is the mother of all cards that look like it. So any card that you see as full art, so this one will have a full art. So let's just type in Orbital Strike. So there's 3 different rarities of this card right now. There's a normal, the cheapest, which is just like a common, a foil, which is an SE, and then there's a masterpiece, which the masterpiece will give you royalties on any secondary transaction of this card. So anytime anyone buys or sells a Orbital Strike, the holder of this will get a payout.
Huh.
And so you can basically like own a share in a specific card.
Wait a minute. Wait, somebody was talking about this the other day. It was basically like the NFT acts as a DAO. Is that
yeah.
what it is? Ish? Like each card that's a masterpiece is a DAO, basically.
Kind of, yeah. So they will also net you. There's things that will net you prime tokens, which is their currency, right? Their coin. This is the card that I pulled, which is called a Catalyst Drive. No one knows what it does just yet, but
It looked rare.
what people do know that it does is it pairs with a thing called a prime key. Hey, thanks, Rye. Where's the prime key? Let me just search it.
What did Rye say? Who gave these jerks a license to live stream?
I know. So prime key, what they've announced for a prime key is that it will, in some mechanic, will allow you to burn it or use it to get prime tokens. And then those tokens will act as, you'll get votes in like how the game works and goes, and like you'll get to, it'll be like your ticket into the DAO.
Bruh.
But if you connect the prime key with the Catalyst Drive, apparently you can just like do it infinitely. And so you get like a shit ton of say because you're like a big holder.
So you shouldn't have sold.
That's
what you're saying.
I probably, if I could have afforded to not take 14 ETH immediately, I should have sold, or I should have held it.
Okay.
It was a tough one. It's kind of a tough one. It's a lot of money. It's because I opened it from a pack, so it's like it was like someone just gave me $40,000.
Yeah, no, I know exactly how that feels. You know what happened to me a while back? Shiba. Do you remember when Shiba was a thing?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I put $20 into Shiba Inu back in February before like anybody even knew about it, and I woke up one day at like its peak of how it, and it was 40K.
Yeah.
And then I slept and I lost it.
Yeah, right.
That's my biggest fail in all of crypto is that moment right there,
dude.
Because then immediately after, Vitalik burned like the other half.
Everyone's been there, man. That's like the price of being in this space. Because that was my thought too. It's like, okay, someone dropped 40 ETH in my wallet, or 14 ETH, I'm sorry, and if $40,000, and there's so much hype on this project. That was like peak hype after the drop. I'm like, there's so much hype on it. It's probably going to go down, and if I want it again, I can rebuy it.
True.
But and there wasn't much information, right? There was a few blog posts saying there still is no defined mechanic for what it does. So I'm sitting here thinking there's a ton of FOMO. Nobody knows what it does. It's probably going to drop, and I can buy it back if I want to. But
I have to agree with you.
It did not.
Most of the time,
it went the other way.
Most of the time, that is the way it goes.
Right.
But that was really smart of you to do. But dog, that was like the most unlucky thing that could have happened.
Yeah, it's a little tough, but it's okay. It's okay.
I remember Domino won a ghost like a while back.
I remember that.
It for 5 ETH, which was like a humongous amount of money for him, right? And then later on, that one sold for 21. He was like, what? You know?
And it's higher now.
Yeah.
everyone is going to go through that, and I did a whole stream on it, explaining my thought process, explaining, and I posted my L, right, because it's like, you usually don't want to talk about that. Like, it's not good to post your L's, but that's part of the reason why I have this stream is I want to take people through my experience that they'll if it's applicable to them, because everyone goes through that stuff. If you're in the space, and that's the price of entry in order to hopefully make a lot more than you lose. So
yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah.
But I'm very fortunate to even have pulled it in the first place, you know, and it's working out fine. So I'm happy with it.
You're chilling. You're chilling. You still got a lot more cars in there. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, I do. It's awesome though. Parallel's sweet. I'm just like, I wish I would have known about it earlier, because it's like right up my alley. It's like perfect for me, because I used to play Magic a lot.
I have to agree. Have you, like, my art looks like it could live in Parallel. Like, every time I look at it, I would have thought about this game.
Yeah, just a little bit more render time, and you would be good.
You know, I make my stuff pixelated on purpose. Right?
I know.
Like, that's a,
I'm just playing.
No,
with
most
it.
people didn't know, dude. Like, when I put out my first stuff on Foundation that ever came out, right? People were like, "Does he not know what resolutions are?" I'm like, I'm intentionally like rendering this at 720p and cranking the colors because that's like the style of it. Oh my god! But yeah, I evolved from the Foundation style to something a bit more refined. Yeah, I still have a piece on Foundation. That's kind of funny.
I think you found a nice balance between the grit that you were going for and the clean aesthetic that most people do. I think you have a nice balance now with the flowers.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
What was the last thing you sold on Foundation? Orphan.
Me?
Yeah.
It's been a while, man. I've been working on stuff, but I haven't minted in a while. The stream has honestly taken a lot, but the last thing I minted or I sold was 3 ETH for that collab with me and George.
Oh, dude, that was a while ago. That was like...
It's a while ago.
That was... Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
I've got...
Oh, yeah, the last thing I sold was like Duality, which a while ago.
I've got new stuff, and I'm working on stuff, but it's... I don't know. I was taking the opportunity when the market dipped to build this stream and build the platform. And now that it's done, or I mean, it's like in a good spot, it's like, all right, well, let's let this coast a little bit more, keep having great people on, keep doing stuff, but then start pumping out some art again.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Logan is here. I didn't even know.
Dude, Logan, Logan's project blasted off, dude. Did you get one of those?
Oh yeah, dude, I got 2.
Nice.
The oilies, they're awesome, dude.
They're great. Yeah,
bruh.
Here's mine.
They're popping off too.
Yeah, don't get mad at me, Logan. I listed it for 5 to raise your floor.
Nah, but yo, I have one set to 5 and the other 3. Because this guy's got a moon. For sure. Well, dude, that's a good one. Holy shit, I'm jealous. Yeah, man, it's a good one. Oh, and I got this. I got the only one with a white background. Oh, really? So yeah, if you want to look at my collection real quick. Yeah, I'll just go to oilies and search it. You know what number it is? I think it's 79. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Or you could just scroll down. No, that one, white background. You're on a delay. I'm already there. Okay. Oh, true. Yeah. I forgot. Yeah, Logan, the thing that really got me about Logan's latest drop and about the oilies is it had been a while since he released a Thief, and then he just comes out of nowhere. I think he literally didn't hype it at all, and drops oilies, and they sell out fucking instantly. And I can't remember if he hit me up telling me about it. He knows I out. Yeah. So he told me about it. I'm like, dude, I need 3 of these right now. Yeah. And it's the dream, dude, because that shows that Logan is a sought after artist as a person. Absolutely. Which is awesome. It's completely different style than his other work, and he switched modes. A lot of people go through this with streaming oh, I play this one video game, no one wants to watch me for anything else. And I know a lot of artists feel stuck in their certain style, they can't experiment and stuff. But if you build yourself up as an artist rather than a aesthetic or a project, you can really have a lot of flexibility to do cool shit like this. Yeah, and I don't know if you realize, but that also plays into what we were talking earlier, where his art with the oilies is to be able to get into giveaways and like art drops that are coming in the future for like his normal stuff. So it ties back to his whole artist project. Yep. It's basically a key to like the seeds, right? And to a degree, which I like that it has that utility as well, because it's awesome art, but it just gives it that extra layer, you know?
100%. Yeah, the art's great. I think they're fun. And I love that they're in a world of generated animals. There's some like charcoal oils. Oil pastels is probably what they are, right?
Yeah. Actually, I thought they were like made in Procreate. I may be wrong.
I think they're physical.
Are they?
Yeah,
dude.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god. Then I'm so sorry, Logan. I totally thought they were digital. But that means they were perfect. So that means that he killed it. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're so fun. They just have so much more personality. And dude, okay, if anyone has Skull 21, hit me up, because this is my brother. This is my brother right here, and I neglected to pick it up early. So if anyone has,
go back a bit.
I don't know where I'm at on your screen.
Never mind, dude. Oh my god, I keep forgetting that you're on a delay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I can scroll down, but you're not going to be able to. If you see a number, then let me know.
Yeah, it was near the bottom.
Okay, I'm at the bottom. I'm going to slowly scroll up.
Yeah. It's the one under the one you just clicked. It's the blue one.
Just give me a number. I don't know what.
I can't see the number. It's like right under the one that's your.
What? Wait, the one.
73.
What?
73.
73. Yeah.
73.
Yeah, my stream is super pixelated and I could not see a number.
No worries, man. I'm there now. Yeah, with the blue flames though.
That's fire.
Hey, Gossamer Redeem, critique my NFT. Do you guys want to do a critique my NFT real quick?
Oh, I would love that.
Cool. Send the link on over, Gossamer. Yeah, the blue flames is pretty fucking tight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Everything's so fun. Question for you, both of you. Is there's okay, so the saying, it takes money to make money, has never felt more true to me than being in NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be able to throw away an unreasonable amount of money in order to potentially make a shit ton. It feels a lot like shitcoin investing. It's like, okay, I put 10,000 into 10 coins. 9 of them will fail and lose all my money, and 1 of them will 100x and I'll have 100,000, or you know what I mean?
Basically.
So is there, and I think what you guys are talking about, what Liquid you're talking about, and what Jay's doing with the trading community involvement for an opportunity to buy something at a cheap floor.
Mm-hmm.
I think that kind of helps to solve the problem, but how do we, I want more people to come up. You know, I want more people to pay off all their debt and with art and start getting a foot so they can do projects they love. How do we help people get in on those floors as creators without having to risk 2 ETH on a speculative investment?
Ryan, do you have something?
I mean, yeah, we were kind of talking about this with the profile picture stuff specifically last stream with Evan. And it's just like, I mean, not really as creators, but just like advice and watching the Discords and, you know, seeing the numbers there and the activity in the community. But also, I mean, I think Psych did really nice things with Deadfellows. Like, he messaged a bunch of us personally, inviting us to the Discord. So, I mean, like, I was in his Discord when there were 20 people.
Right.
So it's like inviting people that we know or that we want to have those opportunities in earlier is like a really nice thing, you know. And then for being in the Discord earlier, you were given like pre-sale opportunities to avoid the gas wars and potentially not miss the sellout because you signed up for the sheet and you got them. You didn't have to worry about going on and buying it, you know, when it was, you know, selling out and just the mint on the site. You know, you send him the money and then he'll you know, transfer it to you a little later. I think things like that are nice. You know, Woody's with the Ultra DAO, we're doing a lot of really cool things with that, and the search party, and there's going to be opportunities for people to, you know, participate without necessarily risking a bunch of money. You know, because that's something that I can't do personally. You know, I don't have any money to risk, you know, throwing at this stuff. And I saw Bored Apes when they were dropped, and I could have bought one of them maybe when they were dropped. I can't risk this. This is my minting money, you know, for me to release projects that I care about. So
yeah,
I think the community is super important, and you know, offering those things to the people in the community that are putting in the time, not necessarily the money because maybe they can't, but offering those, you know, nice gestures to people that can put in the time and want to put in the time.
Yeah, I have to agree with that as well. I think a benefit is that a lot of these projects that are coming out are low mint first, right? Because way back when me and Orphan got started, the whole thing was you would make one artwork and sell it for 1 ETH, and then that you were like set for the month or whatever. The whole point of it was to sell your art for high so that it would keep going higher and higher and higher. That's no longer the case now, because people either don't have that amount of ETH to drop, right? That's what we were talking about before. That was the whole Botanica, which was I gave the people the option to do the auction early on or buy it now, because that's the whole structure that was popular at the time. And then a bunch of them sold for 2 ETH, and then a bunch of them didn't sell for 2, you know? So it was like a whole different dynamic in terms of economics and projects. What I wanted to ask though was, there's something to be said about getting into projects early and being able to make money off of the projects that you buy. But then on the flip side, there's the artist side of it. I've known a lot of people who want to get into NFTs, but genuinely don't have $400 to spare to put into ETH to then pay gas fees to maybe sell an artwork, you know? I think that's a bigger problem right now in terms of artists being able to make money. Because even my best friend, I've been trying to get my best friend to sell pictures, like he's a photographer, to sell pictures for a long time, but he just doesn't have the bandwidth to spare gas fees, especially on Foundation, which is where he would go if he were to sell photography, right? So yeah, a fix for that, I don't really know what it would be other than like a grant system from somebody.
I'm working on something.
Yeah, there is actually a website that does that. It's it's like
Genesis
gas for me or something.
Seven Genesis does it, and there's a gas site just like Ryan was saying. I don't remember the link.
Yeah,
Gasmoney.xyz. Gossamer has it, and I guess I can announce it. It's still in the works, so I guess I'm on Liquid's level of announcing things today. I'm working on an auction called Auction in the Attic, and the first auction is going to go to a fund, like an orphan fund, where people can apply just like 7 Genesis to get the gas fees and minting fees paid for.
I love that.
And there's going to be different cuts. I haven't decided the splits and stuff, but basically we're going to have a live streamed auction where people can come in and chat vote. I'm working on a voting system and stuff, so we can, chat bid. So it's not, so you're not wasting gas to bid. Everyone's here. We get big eyes of the collectors on stream. Everyone can talk with each other. So I'm working on stuff like that. And the first cause that we're going to do is putting some of it to a minting grant, basically.
I would love that, dude. That's actually awesome. I love that.
Yeah. So I'm working on that. I'll probably hit you guys up, but.
Bro, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's there.
Oh yeah. Because I think it just has never been clear to me that you can't dig yourself out of a financial hole unless you have the money to risk.
Get yourself into one.
And so many people are in a hole, and I know because I've been there, where it's like, fuck, I can't put money in crypto because I've got to save money in case one of my freelance jobs doesn't come through this month. or you know, like so many people are in that position, and it sucks. Like it really sucks to hear Ryan say he would have bought an ape, but didn't have the extra funds to do it. It's like, fuck, man, I want Ryan to have 40 ETH or whatever. It's like
no facts. Dude. Like I thought, like, did I have the bandwidth to maybe buy 4 of them? Sure. Could have I done it? I didn't have the bandwidth to risk it. You know, like I just didn't have the. If I had 10 or more, like maybe, but even then, like when we started out, right? I think I took my entire rent money, converted it to ETH to be able to mint my first collection on Foundation.
Yeah.
And one of my pieces is still unsold, so I basically haven't made my money back from that yet. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
But like if I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have kickstarted my journey. But then again, I risked my rent to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And people can't do that. That's like super irresponsible. So
yeah, it is, but it's also what you also reap the rewards for being a pioneer. But it's not responsible. If literally anyone saw what we were doing here, if anyone looked at my balance sheet and was like, wait, you spent how much on JPEGs? They would probably not do my taxes or what. They'd be like, what? I'm not gonna do this, man. You're clearly doing whatever the fuck you want.
Yo, we need to talk about taxes, bro.
Yeah.
Because I am so terrified of how like who will I even approach that knows crypto enough to do my taxes right?
I got you covered, dude. We did a boys chat on this.
Don't tell me, for real?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Liquid. Boys chats are the most slept on piece of the NFT community right now.
I have to agree. Like I've heard about what you guys talk to. Saturdays I'm not free. But yeah,
we have and I have a YouTube, right? So let me link this for you. This is the video we talked with Chris, Ryan's brother. He is a certified financial advisor, and he ran us through the quick and dirty of how to prepare for your taxes. Okay. So
I'm saving this immediately.
It's a great watch, and we're doing more stuff with him because he's looking to expand in the space because there's clearly a need for people like him in NFTs. A bunch of us artists rolling around in new money, trying to figure out how to not go to prison.
Yeah, dude, like that's literally like I don't want to fuck anything up, but I also don't know like what counts, what doesn't count, what gets counted as like a capital gain that you sold within the year, what doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like apparently every single transaction I've ever done is taxable, and I don't even remember.
Yep.
Like,
yeah, it's a problem. Let me splash my social screen real quick so you guys, if any of you aren't following my YouTube, that's where I'm posting all of the highlights and all of the full chats in case you can't catch these live.
I love the dogs. That's funny.
Thanks, man. Yeah, so we've got a ton of good. I mean, and like we talked to the parallel team before the drop. So if you, the people who were in here watching that stream and bought a pack, they're probably grooving right now.
Pause. You're telling me that if I would have watched that, I would have been in on parallel.
Yeah. That's what happened to me. I hadn't heard of him, and Ryan's like, hey, these guys are doing cool stuff, you should talk to them. And we had him on, and I'm like, fucking sold, and then I bought the pack. So
this is the big pain. Like I have to keep reminding myself, like every time something pops off and I'm like, should I buy the floor? I have to keep reminding myself that there's more projects that are going to do the same thing and pop off equally as big, so I should just wait. But then like I'm like, should I drop 2 ETH on Cool Cat? Should I?
Right. What are Cool Cats at right now? Oh shit,
Dude,
stop.
Insane because of the time collab, dude.
Everyone stop. We need to review Gossamer's critique.
Yes.
I spaced that. So okay. Browser time.
I have it pulled up here. Dude, these are sick.
Miramu, Akon, gold weights.
Wow, these are sick.
They receive airdrops and perks. Can trade in exchange for art by Greslin. Holding combined weight values give access to special artwork. Weight value. Oh, these have different weights.
Oh, that's so sick.
Is it in properties?
What the heck?
Yeah, these are cool, Gossamer. I know this isn't a real critique because you know these are good.
These are so yeah, this is more like a shill. No, we're just showing everybody how good. I didn't know about the weight mechanic. I knew about the project. Like, these are sick. Like, I love these.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about the weight mechanic. That's actually really sick.
How does the weight work?
Entering all of these properties in manually. There's so many properties for each one. That is such a chore. I commend that.
That is awesome.
Oh,
and
OpenSea doesn't aggregate that? You have to do it manually?
You have to, every time you mint something on OpenSea, you have to put the property in manually. Or the last time I did it.
They do the percentage, but you have to put it in exactly as it is in every single one without screwing up.
If you have a fancy smart contract for the 10K mints, it like automatically does all that shit for you. But when you're doing, like, this is a handmade collection, obviously. So it's like you have to kind of put everything in by hand. You have to enter in every time and make sure you type in weight right every time.
I know, because when I started Botanica, I did a typo in one of them and it didn't calculate as part of the other one.
Yeah, I listed 216 things. Like my 36 Days of Type series, I listed them as all individual things on OpenSea. And oh my god, does that like hurt?
That sounds like it would hurt.
Yeah,
dude, but these are so like unapologetically Goss. Like you just know it's her. She has
a beautiful style.
You know, like it's them.
Are they out? Did they sell? Are you sold out?
I think so.
Listed for 0.1, so yeah, they're all sold.
Is everybody holding?
There's a couple selling for 1 ETH. I don't understand how their price floor is calculated. It's like I can look at the whole page and there's nothing for 0.05 best offer. Oh, that's best offer.
Dude, the floor is over 1 ETH. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's awesome. I love that.
How does the weight work? Do they have like different numbers of weight, or is that just a name for the properties? Oh, here we go. Weight 4.4.
4.4.
I see. It's in the properties.
That's so sick. That's so sick.
Drop is tomorrow.
Also, they said
they're not sold.
I also introduced a combining mechanism so collectors art. Interesting.
Drop is tomorrow. Oh, you sold a ton, but there's more coming out tomorrow at noon Eastern. I see.
Copy.
I see. Cool.
Copy that.
Yeah, great.
Love that. Only 5 will be on sale for 0.1.
Yeah.
Yeesh. Okay.
So I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. that sounds like a tall order, but we'll try. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna go mint on Lucrez's last drop, and they immediately all shot up over 1,000.
Oh yeah.
Copy that.
There's some hot potatoes right now. It's crazy. People who are consistent are really starting to pop off, and that's what makes me say, like earlier, that it feels like they're heating up. Yesterday, for the first time in a long time, I'm like, oh, Twitter's popping today. It felt like people were just excited about projects again, just the energy was there.
You know what? I haven't seen a shill thread, like the ones that we used to get back in the day. I haven't seen a shill thread in so long, until last night.
Yeah.
Guess who it was from?
888.
It was 888.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I saw that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I hadn't seen one like that in a while, dude. In a fat while.
I know, right? I kind of miss them. They were fun.
Yeah, they were a good way to find people. I think right now we found like our little circle, and we keep adding people to that circle.
Yeah.
But we don't like actively go out and like find new people. I think we should start doing that again.
Yeah.
Because I know I personally just been sticking to the people I know and like adding new that come along that I vibe with.
I'm starting to feel how I assume that Malvita and Baka and Fuck Render and kind of the people who were here like a few months, like 6 months before us, I'm starting to do the same things that they were doing when we were coming up.
I think that's accurate.
I think it's a necessity from having so many people follow and like look up to you and like want your help.
Yeah,
So-
like there was a time like where I would get so many DMs that I literally could not answer all of them, and I stuff.
Oh.
And it was a lot to keep track of.
You cut
It's
out
like
a little
literally
bit there.
500 DMs.
Can you say that again, Liquid? You cut out for me.
Yeah, that I said that there was a time where I got like so many DMs. Like I think you went through this, like when you started like blowing up and getting more followers, it was like an impossible amount of DMs, and people thought you were just an ass for not answering. But
Yeah.
I tried. I was there all day trying to get back to, but it was just literally impossible. Like I just didn't have the ability to get to everybody, you know.
I don't try anymore. It's just I'm worn down. I'm battle hardened now. It's like if you put a picture in the first DM that you send me, I'm just not gonna care. That's not entirely true. If your work is amazing, I might care, but it takes a lot.
I think like the only people I've actually responded to like genuinely like want to know something,
Sure.
or you know, or they just want advice on something. But a lot of the ones that I got were like, hey, I sale, how about you buy this? I was like, dog, what?
Thanks, Rye. Rye says y'all are legends. Keep bringing that heat. We will, man. We will. Especially when we got Liquid on here.
Oh man, I love you.
Excuse me. Oh man. There's so much good stuff going on.
Right.
How are you feeling like the next 6 months will go, Liquid? Do you have any predictions for us?
In terms of NFTs in general, or just my project?
NFTs in general.
Okay.
Or your project. Weave it in there.
I mean, both. Like, I think that the next 6 months, it's really gonna take off. I think we went through the depression and now it's gonna be like kind of what it was, if not more of what it was when we started, where it was like the frenzy, everybody getting in, and the driving factor of that it's gonna be cool cats, and it's gonna be all the profile picture ones like selling for $1 million and all that. Like that's gonna bring up a lot of attention to the space, especially with the collabs that are coming out. And but I really hope, and this is not something I think that it's gonna happen, but I hope it happens, that 1-1 artworks make a comeback.
Yeah.
I think people are very focused right now on collectibles, but I think where most of the artists will make money is on the 1-1 artworks, whether that be foundation or whatnot. I think those are really important. Now I see artists that used to be 1-1 artwork artists now trying to get into collectibles when maybe that's not what they want to do, but that's where the money is. Right. And I don't want them to feel the need to be forced to make a profile picture project, because then if we have so many profile picture projects, it shouldn't be theirs. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think they should stick with what they love to do, and I think the market should go back to a little bit of that. I don't know how it's actually going to play out, but that's what I would hope to see. But yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of my project, I really want to, because I know I took a big break of putting out like species back to back. That's because I had a couple things going on, but every time I put out a species, they get harder to make, need to look different. I run out of like actual species to base it off of, so I have to do more research and stuff like that. And I want to step it up every time. I want it to be better than the last one that came out, right? So I think I've gone through that ideation process enough to where I know what needs to be done for the drops that are left. So I want to be a project ASAP, just like get to number 50 as soon as possible. Hopefully within the next 6 months, it's going to be a reality. And then we can move forward to the other stages of Botanica, because species aren't the only thing. That's all I'm going to say.
Bill, it sounds like what you're doing when you iterate is that you're taking the older artwork and then you're giving it utility in the next chapter. And that's cool.
actually very accurate. How it works is every artwork that I do now is basically going to be part of something I do later on.
Yeah.
So that's actually a perfect way to put it. Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm pretty good at that. That's why I'm the host.
I think it's pretty much what we were talking about earlier, the fuck render. things, like where his old artwork, you could burn it to get a crystal, and then that crystal is your gateway to be able to get future artwork. I think a structure like that is very similar to what I'm interested in building. So,
and at any point you can buy in if you have the bags.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I really want
the believers get the early pass into it.
Yeah, I think exactly what you said. I think the people who early on believed in the project and me as an artist, I want them to feel rewarded later on with, just like with more art. So they get a key into what I built into the. What I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that you're spot on. That's what I feel like too. I think we're starting to hear those clicks up the roller coaster track for the final exuberant peak. I think that we are. I think we're coming to it, and it lines up with what I thought back in February. It's like, okay, we're gonna go, and then we're gonna have a mid-cycle peak. It's not gonna be the real one, and then we're gonna fucking blow off at the end of the year.
Yeah,
but
I totally agree.
I hope that happens. If it doesn't, then this is not financial advice. But if it does, then you're welcome for telling.
It's like, I told you so. If it works, I told you so.
Telling you,
I didn't tell you anything.
Yeah, if it works, then you're welcome for stating my my opinion and what I'm gonna do that should not apply to you.
Have you ever seen a Boy crypto video? Or he's like, well, it could rise or it could fall, and if either happens, right.
Dude, I do not like BitBoy.
He's so bad. The
scammiest vibes of anyone I've ever seen on crypto YouTube. Yeah. It's like this guy, he just oozes bad vibes.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I sold all my Ethereum for. Sold all my.
It sounds like you're censoring yourself. What do you say?
Yeah.
Your mic keeps cutting out.
I think BitBoy is censoring me because I'm giving out his.
He's right here.
Yeah. Fuck. Dude, have you guys seen? Liquid, do you have any non-fungible good mornings?
Non-fungible good mornings?
Holy shit, dude! It's like my favorite new project. I don't know how good the project is, but it's so funny. It's just a bunch of GMs, generated. It's a 10,000 project.
What the fuck?
Of GMs generated on.
Is this images? Just pictures?
Yeah, I'll show you the collection real quick if I can find it.
Also, while we're talking about this, what are you planning on going to NFT NYC?
No, not me this year.
God damn it.
Yeah, are you?
I wanted to. If I got enough people that I know that are in our circles that are willing to go, no questions asked.
What is this? I mean, I live in New York. I'm going if this is a thing.
Yeah.
Well, you have to.
It is. But thing.
I think it's like what is it like equivalent to? Is it like Bitcoin Miami but for NFTs? Like, what is it?
I have no idea what it is. It sounds like a bunch of people going to hang out. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm across the country. I would go if I was closer, but I am not.
Are you going to Chicago for that thing we talked about?
No.
Big pain.
Yeah.
Because that one I'm actually going to.
Well, I mean, it sounds terrible, so I'm not going to go to that. I wasn't invited.
Yes, you were.
I don't think I was.
Yes, you were. By me.
By you?
But I talked to Chemical Messiah because the guy who putting it all together. But yeah, he told me to invite you.
Dude, me and Ryan were not invited officially. So until we get our signed, sealed, wax sealed letters in the mail, we're not going, dude.
All right, fine. I'll talk to him because y'all need to go. Like that it needs to happen. Oh, it's probably not happening. Okay, never mind because of COVID. Okay.
Dude, fuck COVID.
Well, NFT NYC is the next. It's the next one, dude. Like we gotta do NFT NYC.
That's November 1st to the 4th. I'll do it. I'm doing it.
I'm doing it, dude. Like it's an $80 plane ticket. So.
Really?
For me, it is.
Wow.
I mean, I went to New York recently, and that's what it cost me. So yeah.
Looking up flights in New York
I was
right
so
now.
mad that I couldn't meet up with anybody. My schedule was like tied to somebody else's schedule. Like I had to basically just follow them around. Yeah. So Yeah, but if I go there on my own, definitely.
I'm trying to look up flights. What is?
Yeah, I was talking to Slimy a while back actually, and we wanted to do like a an NYC meetup because they're
Slimy pizza party.
Yeah, well, yeah, they did that, but like an actual pizza party. They lived like 10 blocks from me. It's
That's
so funny.
So funny, dude. Like when I went to New York, she was in Florida, so I couldn't meet up with her. But yeah,
it's like hundreds of thousands of dollars for me to fly to New York.
That is a lie, and all you have to do is sell one parallel NFT.
Yeah, dude, but then I won't have parallel NFTs. There's a dilemma here. It's like it sounds good to say that you've got 43 ETH of parallel NFTs,
where are
but
you right now?
I'm not gonna sell them, dude. I'm not gonna dox myself on stream for you, Liquid.
Fine.
I'm in Idaho.
You're in Idaho?
Yeah, dude.
That's the last place I thought you would be.
I'm literally the only person here. I live in the woods and I make NFTs in my attic.
Bro, is Idaho even real? Like,
yeah, dude, it's the dude. Don't look it up because you'll want to move here, but it's the sickest place on planet Earth. It's so good.
What the heck, dude? You're like next to. That's not where I thought Idaho was. So stupid.
Where do you think Idaho was?
Not there. Not there. Definitely not there.
Where'd you think it was?
Mind you, if you were to look at a map right, I thought Colorado was where Montana is. So that's what you know about my geological.
Here, okay, I'm pulling up a map.
Yeah, pull up a map.
Test Liquid's map knowledge.
Show Colorado and look at where Montana is.
Oh, that shows my exact fucking. Well,
there it is.
There it is, guys. Screenshot it.
Well, thanks, Google Maps. Why don't you show me a fucking normal map without giant pin marks on my house? That's insane.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? That I'm looking at a map right now
and what?
I'm looking at a map right now and I don't have a.
Your mic literally keeps cutting out like every time you speak. I don't hear half of it.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a map open. Yeah, I have a map open that doesn't have a pin in my location. So I don't know what your computer's on, but
it makes me so upset. That's so upsetting. It's fine. I mean, like if anyone, I didn't have my address, did it? Let me zoom in.
Yeah, speaking of doxing, I think I just doxed myself in the chat.
Everybody go visit Orphan and steal his cold wallet.
Okay, please. It does not have my address, so that's good. But holy shit.
Dude, I don't know if you know this. We were looking at where Colorado is because I thought Colorado was where Montana is.
Brian, do you know how to fix Liquid's mic?
Why is this not working?
It's driving me insane. I don't know.
Let me check my settings real quick. Hold on.
Go to your user settings and then the audio video and turn your input sensitivity up.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how to do that, but okay. Okay. Can you hear me?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Ryan's coming after me.
Better now?
Yeah.
Better now?
Oh, we won't know until you just randomly cut out, but it sounds good now.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't cut out because I literally turned it to 0.
Yeah.
You can hear me breathe.
Yeah. It's awesome. Perfect, dude. Yeah, Colorado. That's a little bit ways away, but yeah, I'm up there in North Idaho.
Yeah, that's crazy. I remember when I was like, when we were all just like super pseudo anonymous. Yeah. Nobody knew what we looked like or sounded like.
Yeah. Then we all just get worn down. We're like, I just want to be myself.
I want people to know it's me.
Yeah.
No, dude, the craziest thing. I don't know if you know who Apex Design is on Twitter. But he's like in our circles, so you should. But he put out a picture of like a bridge on Twitter one day, and I'm like, dog, that's literally the bridge next to my house. Like, what the fuck?
Really?
Like, yeah, he literally lived next to me for the 3 months that we were talking through Twitter. He literally lives next to me, dude. Like,
that's sick.
Super insane in Savannah. And then he moved, and then now he's back. But yeah, it was a funny encounter. Because then he's like, dude, I literally drive by your house all the time. And I'm like, wow, okay. I
ran into someone on Twitter that isn't still in the same area as me, but went to high school with me, who's on NFTs, which I thought that was kind of interesting.
That's actually really funny. Nobody in my life, like nobody back home from Puerto Rico, except my parents, know that I do this.
Yeah.
Like if you were to look at my Instagram, you would never know I do NFTs.
What do your parents think?
It's great that you asked. They're actually watching right now, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry for the cursing Liquid's parents. My grandparents watched one time and they were like not happy.
Yeah, my parents, like back in high school, it was like a problem, but now it's not a problem. Like, they don't care. But yeah, dude, like I was actually scared to tell them because when I started it, I didn't want it to seem like I was like wasting my time or whatever, like neglecting my studies or whatnot. Yeah. So I didn't tell them until I got my first 3 sales. And then I was scared to tell them because of the amount of money it was at the time. And I kind of felt guilty in a way because like I know how hard my parents work, you know? And I know how much they make, and I know how much I just made from making art, and it felt wrong for a degree. Like now I obviously don't have that view, but like when it happened, it was like super like, wow, like I just made this amount of money. How do I even tell my parents this, that in a way that like doesn't hurt them, you know?
I know that.
And I thought it would. Yeah, I thought it would because I thought like, you know, some people get like, it's your parents, like they're not gonna feel that way, but you feel like they will, you know?
Sure.
And then I told them, and they couldn't have been more supportive, dude. Like,
nice.
It's made our relationship a lot better as well, because like they're always calling me and asking me about what I'm doing and like what next art I'm gonna be making. They give me ideas. They like send me inspo stuff all the time. They know all of you. Like they go on my Twitter and they just read everything, and they like know everything that's happening on Twitter, which is crazy to me because they don't know anything about social media. But they know you, they know Mark, they know Savage, they know Watcher. You know, they talk about you guys all the time. It's really funny. It's kind of surreal sometimes. But yeah, dude, they love it. You know, I'm trying to get my dad, because my dad low key draws, and I'm trying to get him to drop something, whether it be on Hen, just for fun. He's still shy and isn't sharing yet, but I'm trying to get him to do that. So
tell him to just work up about 140 drawings and then make a generative project, and then you guys will be millionaires.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to do just like a hand-drawn series that he could just put out and like, you know, and he could be Density Dad or whatever the fuck he wants to be. But yeah.
Dude, Euphoria's dad is still like one of my favorite Twitter follows ever.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to make an account. Like right now, he just goes on my solo.2 and just clicks on my different links and just reads my feed. But yeah, I'm trying to get him an account, and then just so like he can follow y'all and just like have his own personality on there. But
it's got to be like Liquid Density or some or what?
Liquid Density, yo, that's fire. That's fire. I think he came up with a name that he liked. It was like Secret Lab or something like that. Since it was like science inspired, I was like, that's fire. Yeah. Like, did you come up with that by yourself? Holy shit. Okay.
It's so funny. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, man. I don't have parents because they're dead, but if I did have parents, they would be very, very supportive. My dad, I got my dad into crypto in general, actually, from doing all this. So
did I. My dad owns like 2 ETH.
Yeah, it feels good. It's weird. It is weird. It's strange to tell people how much. Like, I asked my dad for advice on that parallel card, and I'm like, okay, well, I can sell this for 14 right now. And he's like, well, you kind of got to do that. And I'm like, yeah, I guess, but I also don't. Like, it's so weird, and I don't know. There's so many strange emotions that I've never dealt with before, due to this space.
I have to agree, and it's funny you say that because I like every time I get an offer on my ape, I'll send it to my parents just so, you know, for fun. And then my mom is like, "Do not dare sell the valuable ape. Do not dare sell it."
I love that from the mom.
Yeah. My mom, she has faith that that's gonna pay off student loans. So, yeah.
I hope it does. Well, I'm trying to make it far enough ahead that I don't have to sell anything, that I can collateral all my NFTs and just live off of interest. Yeah, literally, that's the goal for me as well. Like that is the goal, but I want to do that for my own art. Yes. And I want to do that for making Botanica as successful as it can be on its own, and have people be able to profit off of it. That's literally the goal right now. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great model, man. I think we're gonna see, because it's like Remember how video games were just like you had to pay an upfront price for every video game you played for a long time, and then all of a sudden someone was like, "Hey, you don't have to pay to play this entire game, but you can if you want these cool-looking things." And everyone, now every video game is pay to or free to play. This model of NFT projects feels the same to me. It feels like the free to play version of an NFT project, where if you
I have to agree.
if you put in the time, you add value to the community, then you can get the cool shit.
Orphan, I'm telling you, you're missing out on a huge opportunity to make a 10K generative project called The Orphans. Like,
Well,
literally.
I may be working on that.
Well, you better be, because like, dog, you'll be a millionaire tomorrow if that happens. Like,
Yeah, I may be working on that, but we will see.
yeah,
I'm trying to find. Well, I can't say much. I'll talk to you later.
yeah.
Yeah.
We can talk about it.
I've got a lot of plans and a lot of ideas. I've got an idea for a show that I'm working on. I just reached out to a bunch of people called the Ape Tank. It's Shark Tank for NFTs.
Yo, that's fire.
I've got the auction. I've got the Thunderdome. I have a couple projects. I've got about 5 collabs. We're grinding. I've never stopped, but I have. That's why I haven't been putting out so much one-of-one art. Got other stuff.
Yeah. Dude, like literally that's kind of the hardest part about this whole NFT thing, that sometimes people think you're just stagnant and you're just working.
Yeah, you're working
but you
really
can't
hard.
tell anybody, but you can't tell anybody, so everybody just thinks that you're like giving up, and I'm like, no, dude, like.
Yep, 100%. I want to show you guys my newest piece, but I don't know what I'm doing with it yet, so I don't know if I can.
Why don't you auction it off in the Orphan auction?
It might be earmarked for something Mark is working on. And I don't know if I should show it or not.
I see.
I really want to though, because it's sick. But I'll hold off for now.
I would
tease
love
you guys.
I would love to put a Botanica species for the fund, by the way.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Like I would love to do that just to get some more funds in there. So we can talk about that later.
Awesome. I'm just about to start hitting people up for that. So yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
I want a Holden Orphan in overalls. Flamingo, I have overalls. I used to wear them all the time when I painted. I haven't worn them in a while, but I'll wear some overalls on stream sometime. Do you guys have overalls?
I do not.
Yeah, I don't own a pair. Kind of want one though.
They're the best. They're very comfortable. They're very easy.
Yeah.
Have either of you guys been in the Treeverse yet?
I've heard about it. I have not been able to. Is it out? Like, can you get into it already?
The alpha is up and down. They're doing bug fixes and stuff, but yeah, you can get into it if you have a plot.
And I guess obviously you do have a plot.
Yeah.
Speaking of, really quick pause. What did that key that he gave you do? Did that ever happen, or do you still have it? Loopify. Exactly.
He has told me that it is a secret still. He has not he has not forgotten about it, but it is going to be awesome apparently. So
okay, he didn't tell you what it was, but he did tell you.
He hasn't told me shit. He's told me absolutely nothing except for that it has to do with the Treeverse.
Okay, awesome.
Imagine
it was like the key to control it or whatever.
I'm hoping it's like a badass mansion on top of the hill, or I'm hoping it's something cool. And knowing Loop, it will be cool, but
yeah, absolutely.
There's no information as of yet. I have it hanging in my house though, because you can put NFTs up on your wall. And I've got it up on my wall.
That is fire.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Damn, I want.
That's crazy though. I haven't thought about that in a while. Like I just won that by guessing at why he was posting something just randomly on Twitter one day.
Yeah, that was back when we were on Twitter 24/7 with no sleeping. I remember that day.
Yeah.
That was so crazy.
That was crazy. That was a lot of Twitter.
There's so much Twitter, dude. I mean, it is like where we are now because of that sacrifice in time and energy, but it's not sustainable at all, dude. Like I burned out.
Yes.
Bad.
100%. Yeah, man. I'm at 11K. That's crazy. Just hit it today, I guess.
In followers?
Yeah.
Dude. I'm still waiting to get to 10K. When I hit 10K, I want to do something big. I already thinking about what I'm doing.
Really?
Something big.
I thought I should do something and then I just didn't.
I thought I was gonna do something for 1K and I didn't.
Yeah.
But then my real goal became 10K. So
nice. I think that's
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That's a more reasonable goal for you. Dude, 10K was my goal for the end of the year. So I'm pumped. That was the
5K was my goal for the end of the year, dude.
There you go.
The heck? Like I started this account in February. Like
right.
What the heck? I've never in any project I've ever done or any account that I've ever done in my life have I ever gotten like engagement like I do on this one. You know? It's crazy what NFTs do. So
yeah. 100%. 100%. It's a crazy space and I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much we're getting towards the end of it. It's been just about 2 hours, Liquid.
That's so insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's time for the Joe Rogan. Oh, it went by so fast.
Wow, it went by so fast.
Wow.
Usually these go for 3 hours.
Yeah. Oh man, I didn't even realize. Should come back. Yeah, dude, totally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Liquid, it was so fun to talk to you, dude. We don't talk enough because we're both slaves to Twitter, but it's fun to just have a break and sit down and talk to you in front of a bunch of people. And same with you, Ryan. It's always good to have you on.
Always.
You guys are dope. I love y'all.
Yeah, Liquid. Before we go, let's chill you. What links do you want to post in chat? What do you want to promote? You've got to drop tomorrow. Give us the down low.
I got to drop today at 6.
Oh, it's today?
Yeah, it's today at 6.
I misunderstood that earlier.
So yeah, I'll drop you here. I'll drop this link in chat. That link contains everything. If you want to visit my Botanica website, you can do that here as well. Actually, I'm going to put the Botanica link in separate.
I'll put Twitter for you.
Yeah. So yeah, give me a follow on Twitter if you haven't done that yet. We got some cool shit going on. Yeah. And explore Botanica.
And everyone on YouTube, it'll be in the description. So don't be lazy. Yeah. Click and down
I'll drop the hen link as well for the artifact that's dropping later today. It's an edition of 30 and they're all 7 Tezos. So yeah.
Hell yeah. 7 Tezos. What are you, poor? Buy it. Right? I should work as a marketer. Just insult people. People love
pesos.
Dude, people love to be insulted more than you would think.
Don't you know about that restaurant that you go and their whole thing is that they call you a bitch?
What restaurant is that?
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but Ryan, do you know?
I don't know the name, but I definitely have heard of it. I think it's in New York actually. It has to be either New York or LA, but I'm pretty sure
you go in and their whole thing is that the server is constantly like giving you shit and calling you a bitch or insulting you or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't like to go there, but I would be a waiter there.
It's funny as fuck. Like you should look at the videos. It's really, really funny.
I'll have to check that out. We probably can't stream a video of it or else
probably not.
Get demonetized or something, but
can you get demonetized on Twitch?
Just for anything. Everywhere for anything you can get demonetized, apparently. So
that's funny. It's as hell.
I just want to be me. Tech censorship. I just want to be me. Leave me alone. Thankfully, I'm not big enough to be cared about right now, so it's perfect.
One
day I'll be canceled.
They'll care.
That's the goal.
Bro, I can't imagine. I can't imagine a day where that happens, where Orphan gets canceled. It just can't happen.
It's unlikely to happen, but they'll try.
It can't happen. They'll try. But the thing is that you have you're like a cat that always lands on its feet. Like even if you fuck up, you have a way of spinning it in the most perfect way.
I prefer
to not fuck up.
I prefer buttered toast where it always lands face down. I think it's a better analogy. But
I think that's true.
But I see what you're going for. I appreciate that. Slippery orphan. That's what they call me in middle school.
Slippery orphan.
Yeah, dude. I came to school one day with just oil all over myself. And
Bruh,
ever since
that sounds kinky as hell. Please refrain. from
not
whatever
in
you're
middle
about.
school, it's just like I walked in, I'm like, it's a prank, bro, and then my teachers gave me expelled me. But
Can we acknowledge the fact that when I first met Orphan, I was like super convinced, would have bet all my ETH that this man was 16 and he's married and like 30. Like, bro,
that makes me so happy.
literally would have given everything to bet that you were 16.
That's
You're
so
like
funny.
Nebula's age.
Just because I'm a shit lord. Yeah, that's fair. It's fair.
Yeah.
I'm the Peter Pan of NFTs. Yeah, I'm not gonna grow up for anyone else, dude.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah. All right, man.
Yeah.
That's another one in the books. Ryan, do you have anything you need to show?
Oh, I mean, pretty much the same stuff as last time. I'm same as you. I'm down. I'm working, and you know, we have a lot of cool stuff coming out. The Ultra DAO and Woodies are going to be big. We're actually I don't know if I can say this, but we are talking to Loopify a little bit.
Hey.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
No one. I didn't say that.
Ryan, we need to talk. You need to get me up to speed on what's going on because like I'm so out of the loop on Ultra DAO, and now I'm in it, so I have to be in the loop. So yeah.
Woody's is going to be
no.
cool. Jay and
Woody's gonna be-
Chris are the ones heading up the art direction. So
Yeah, so they're you know, head of the art, and Gossamer too. Actually, she's they're putting in a lot of work. So it's gonna be pretty big. I mean, obviously the art is beautiful. You know, it's looking sick. We're really excited to share. You know, what they're gonna look like. We're still kind of finalizing everything, but you know, there's gonna be a lot of planned utility down the line, and just overall, I mean, it's kind of the first of its kind, being, you know, fully backed by a DAO in that sense. And
that's
you know,
humongous.
there's a lot of you know, good things that come with that. So more to come on that for sure. It's very exciting.
hell yeah,
That's so crazy, dude.
like it. Do you know when? Do you know when we're gonna see a peak? When we're gonna start getting teased?
I think soon. You know, we have the base kind of down.
Yeah.
And we're working on you know, everything collateral to that. But yeah, exactly. In the chat, it's TBA. We can't. I don't think we can announce an official date yet.
Okay.
Still being worked on.
That's fair.
But very, very exciting.
Well,
Follow Woody's on Twitter.
Bro, I'm so proud of y'all. Like for real. Like every time I hear of Ultra DAO, I'm like, wow, y'all have come so far. I love that.
yeah, you're really doing crazy stuff, honestly.
Yeah, you guys are insane.
It's dude, coming full circle. It's crazy that Ultra DAO started from Botanica.
I forget.
You,
I literally
you,
forget.
You
sometimes.
basically started Ultra DAO Liquid.
I can't take that. I can't take that. That was all Chris. But I do get that it started like from Ultra and Ultra members.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad that it like expanded like way beyond that. You know, it's just a lot. It's a blessing to all the artists that they've been able to buy from, and it's also a blessing to be a part of it. Changing people's lives, supporting marginalized communities is just great what they're doing. So I love that.
Flamingo's got it right. Liquid's the godfather.
Yeah.
Chris, that's all Chris. Chris is literally the driving force.
Chris is the actual father, but you're the godfather.
Yeah. I think in my head, what's crazy, it's that I even had a thing to do with it. Like something that I made inspired its creation.
Yeah.
That's what kind of floors me. But everything about the DAO and what they've done is all Chris. Like,
yeah.
And it's gonna be big, even bigger than it is now. I mean, as soon as we did a boys chat with Chris, like, I don't know, 2 months ago maybe, I forget. It was even before we were on Twitch. You know, that was still on Discord, and the next day I got in.
No.
I took way too long to do it, and I talked to a few people in Ultra DAO as to why. It was because even though Ultra DAO had nothing to do with the project, a lot of people didn't know that distinction. Like they still thought it did to some degree, and I didn't want people to think I was like favoring a tessellation over another by joining the DAO, because the original purpose of the DAO was to buy species. Like that's why it was created, right?
Right.
And I didn't want it to seem like I was like favoring a tessellation over another because of the things that I have planned and stuff like that. But then it became clear that there was a clear distinction between the two. So I waited until enough people knew that it was a separate entity to then jump in and join. I think I was one of the last people to join the DAO, even though I was one of the first who wanted to, you know. But
Right. Yeah. Now it's cut off for right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
New members, but it's very exciting. And Woody's is going to be, you know, very exciting.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. I low key, to kind of toot your horn, Liquid. I think that you and Botanica really sparked. You were the genesis for a lot of the community-based NFT projects ideas. I think that the success that you had right out of the gate with the different factions got a lot of people thinking about how do I incorporate community more into the project that I'm doing. I don't think people were thinking about it as much as I think that aspect of NFTs really rocketed off once your project dropped. So
I appreciate that. The plan is to keep it going and make it stronger than it's ever been before. Yeah. So I appreciate that, for real. Thank you, Orphan.
Yeah, no problem, dude. That's how I see it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you fucking suck, dude. But you never know. You never know.
That's fine.
All right, guys. Once again, I'll be on Tuesday with Psych Street Fight, the legend. Him and the wifey just dropped Deadfellas, and they are literally invading my timeline. There are so many Deadfellas on my timeline, and I hope it keeps going because I have 6. But if it doesn't, then
I need more. I have 1.
I need to get 1. I did kind of like a little bit of a late pre-sale thing, just like conversation with him. So I need to get that one.
Yeah.
I just wanted 1 to be in it.
Just be in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I want you
before
in
we
it too.
go. Before we go, there's one thing I totally forgot. But I think somebody who's killing it in terms of economics and community and stuff like that is Bikiro. Or I don't know how to say his name, but
Siggy? Big Trio?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's absolutely insane. The way that he started it, the entry price for it, how it grew, like it flawless execution, dude. Like I look up to that project so much, for real.
Yeah, Siggy is a legend, and Siggy will continue to do big things. And so I think any Holy Fool or any Big Trio investment is going to pay off for you.
Yeah. I have 1, and I'm so ashamed of that. Like, I literally, I need more.
I know, I've got one. I've got 1 of each, but I've heard things about Siggy that make me very bullish. But I just haven't put my money where my mouth is just yet. But I don't know. Great stuff happening all around. I think that's a great shout out. I think there's so many things that are exciting. There's so much exciting shit, and it makes me nervous that like there's gonna be so much exciting shit that all of a sudden anything I do is not cool. Because there's just so much great stuff out there. But we'll keep grinding. You can out hustle someone who is good most of the time. Yeah. Anyways, before I get into pontification mode, appreciate you guys. Let's meet up again next Tuesday. But I'll talk to you, Liquid. I'll talk to you, Ryan, next Saturday.
You got it.
All right.
Yeah.
Peace, guys. Round of applause for Liquid. And we will see you next time.
Catch you guys.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.